Hello and welcome to the class. I am Vishali Sharma, your psychology educator, and today we are going to discuss attitude and social cognition, basically social psychology. That is chapter 6 of our grade 12th. We have come a long way. These are certain things about myself. If you want to join my live classes, you may contact on the number given below. Without any further delay, let's begin. उसमें बहुत एटीट्यूड है, इसमें भी बहुत एटीट्यूड है, तुम में भी बहुत एटीट्यूड है, पर ये एटीट्यूड है क्या? सो एटीट्यूड इज नॉट समथिंग दैट यू थिंक दैट इफ द अदर पर्सन इज वेरी सेल्फिश, egoistic, introvert, not talking to you, he has attitude. No, my dear friend, it's a state of mind. It's your thoughts, your beliefs about the particular object. That is what is known as attitude. So it has three components. First of all, it has affective component, behavioral component, and then we have cognitive component. What are all these? So first of all, affective component, हमारा emotion feeling regarding that object. Then we have behavioral component, how do we behave when we see that object. Then we have cognitive component, so how do we think about that particular object. So let's take an example of ice cream. Okay, so I feel good about ice cream. I love colorful ice creams. I like my behavior towards it is whenever I see ice cream, I'll have a scoop of it. Then for like cognition, so I think that ice cream, little bit of ice cream is good for at least brain, not health. Then it gives me dopamine rush, so I do take ice cream. So we have three components of attitude, and attitude is not something that you think it is, but it is something different. And then we have beliefs and values. See, हम सोचते हैं हमारा attitude, belief and values are same. No. You can get a 1 mark question on this also, that distinction between belief, values and attitude. So first of all, belief, let us read the definition. It's basically a cognitive component of the attitude. It is the foundation of attitude. For example, belief in God. You may have belief in God or you may not have it, but belief is something that is cognitively held in our mind. Okay, तो ये हमेशा रहेगा, and it will always have other components attached to it, but belief is basically only related to cognition, आपका thinking towards that object. Okay, here it is God, but it can be ice cream. Then we have values. So these are ethics and moral values and not beliefs. These are basically learned. These are basically socially grounded. You have learned how to behave in a social setting. You know your values are like such that you don't misbehave in front of adults. You do take care of younger ones around you. So these are certain moral ethics and values, and not your attitude or belief. So attitude is the state of mind or your opinion. Belief is the cognitive portion of your attitude, and values are basically morals and ethics. समझ में आया? नहीं समझ में आया? चलो हिंदी में बात करते हैं. तो attitude क्या है? हम किस तरीके से उस चीज के बारे में सोचते हैं, महसूस करते हैं और बिहेव करते हैं. बिलीफ क्या है? सिर्फ और सिर्फ सोच. देन वैल्यूज क्या है? हमारे संस्कार. ओके, अब समझ आ गया होगा, like honesty, integrity. Then we come to features of attitude. This chapter, like social psychology in like a whole, is my favorite, so we will enjoy it. And you might be thinking, oh, everything is her favorite every time she says it. So psychology is basically my favorite. Then we have features of attitude. So features of attitude, आप features देखेंगे कि कितना कोई attitude is strong and कितना it is like okay, चलता है. So we have balance, extremeness, simplicity, centrality. Balance, अब आपका attitude towards a particular object positive है या negative है, तो उसको हम कहते हैं balance. For example, health enthusiasts or people like who are very like dietitian and like parents and everybody will say no, ice cream is not a good thing, so they have a negative attitude towards ice cream. Whereas a kid or like a 16-year-old or 17-year-old or like me, people like me, so we have positive attitude toward ice cream. Then we have extremeness, how much it is there. So how much extreme? So you will find people in your life, they have such extreme attitudes. If they think something is wrong, for example, you will see people who don't like non-veg, or people like religious fights we do have. So we have like people who have very extreme attitudes, that they can go on killing spree without any personal remorse about the other community or about whatever they do particularly. But basically we should not go there, we should come back here. So extremeness, I love ice cream to an extent that I can eat it all day. Not really, not really. Please, I don't. But you might have some parents, they hate ice cream to an extent that they will not even give a sight of ice cream to their kids. So कितना extreme है, positive भी कितना positive है और negative भी कितना negative है. Then we have simplicity and complexity. Simple सा attitude है, हाँ ice cream, हाँ ठीक है, लगती है, ठीक है, अच्छी है. आइसक्रीम बहुत बुरी है, कॉम्प्लेक्स एटीट्यूड. क्यों? बिकॉज दे हैव लाइक यूज्ड सम डिफरेंट सॉर्ट ऑफ ऑयल्स, इट डजंट हैव good fruits in it, it has like flavors, it has just sugar, it just has people who have like it's like very addictive and some complex material. So they have multiple components to state under the negative belief about the ice cream. So that is complex, whereas this is simple. Then we come to centrality. How much central is it to your being? For example, Gandhi ji had non-violence as something very central to him, that you know him with this कि हाँ भैया उनको बहुत ज्यादा ये अहिंसा प्रिय थे वो. ठीक है. Then we come to attitude formation and change. We think that attitude cannot be formed and cannot be changed. नहीं, मैं तो हमेशा ऐसी ही रहूंगी या ऐसा ही रहूंगा. No, my dear friend, हम change होते हैं. Okay, so we have the process of attitude formation. It has basically, you should remember it like a story कि कैसे एटीट्यूड एक्चुअली बन रहा है और कैसे एटीट्यूड फॉर्म होने के बाद चेंज किया जा सकता है. सबसे पहले हम आते हैं लर्निंग एटीट्यूड बाय एसोसिएशन. सो एसोसिएशन, जैसे कि एक टीचर है. I have many of my students who have opted for like psychology in future because they liked the way I dealt with psychology and the way I taught them, and they ultimately fell in love with psychology, so they took it. So first of all, we have association. So you actually associate your subject with your favorite teacher because she teaches it in such a way that you start learning it in like, wow, very nice. So you take your example. Okay, you might be studying maths or physics or chemistry or some other subjects in grade 10, but your favorite teacher was the one who taught you in a way that you learned that subject within that 45 minutes of their class. That is when you realize that this is my favorite subject, because you're associating your favorite teacher to the subject because the teacher is teaching the subject in such a way that you're loving it. Then we come to learning attitudes through exposure to the information. Okay, now if I am exposed that ice cream do cause cavity and stomach infection and too much of ice cream can cause diabetes and all of these problems, after getting exposed to a particular situation, my attitude will be formed negative towards a particular object. For example, reading about relationship would help us understand its importance in our life. राइट, यू थिंक दैट नहीं मैं तो अकेले ही रहूंगी, नहीं मैं अकेला ही रहूंगा, मुझे किसी की जरूरत नहीं, आई डोंट नीड एनीबडी इन माई लाइफ. बट नो माई डियर फ्रेंड, वी डू नीड समबडी इन आवर लाइफ. एंड आफ्टर लुकिंग एट लाइक movies and after reading about some stories, like even I like Sudha Murthy ji, so you may read about her. So after reading some good relationship stories, you might have some different attitude towards it. Then you have learning attitudes by group and cultural norms. We have marriage. Okay, Indian marriages. I am from India, so I am telling you about Indian marriages in different cities, in different states, even in different districts and villages. The customs and the norms and the cultural practices, the way the marriage is done, the clothes that the groom wear or a bride wear, the norms that they have to follow, the ritual that they like do, and all of these things are very different. Why? Because that is there in their culture or in their district or their city, their village, their state, their country, and something is different in other state, city, village or country. So we do learn from our society that this is how my parents' wedding was done, this is how my grandparents' wedding was done, and this is how my great grandparents' wedding was done, and this is how my wedding will be done. So then we have learning attitudes through modeling. So I have told you multiple times that whenever you are around kids, basically little children from 0 to 5 years of their age, you should behave in a proper manner because they are actually thinking and seeing you as a model. Not that ramp walk wali model, but model as a person that they're learning something from you and they're going to behave it in the same way. For example, you will see multiple people doing the house chores. in the house, like parents may, father is also doing, mother is also doing, grandfather is also doing, grandmother is also doing, the child will ultimately learn to take their dishes, wash them, keep them on the right place. But on the other hand, if you see like how is patriarchy going in the सदियों तक, because we have seen it in our houses that dishes has to be done by females and earning has to be done by the males of the family. So now the norms have been changed. You can go and earn, but after coming home you have to do the dishes. If you don't see it in your house, if you don't see your models, your father, your great father, your great grandfather, your brother or anybody in your house doing anything, you will not learn it. But on the other hand, if you see them doing these activities, you will learn it because they are your models. Okay, then we have learning attitude through reward and punishment. These are obviously हमारे स्किनर जी की टेक्निक कि अगर हमारा कोई बिहेवियर है, जो बच्चा, छोटा सा बच्चा अगर कोई बिहेवियर करता है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल ईटिंग let's say spinach or vegetables and rotis and rice rather than eating chocolates and ice creams and toffees, then when they're eating the healthy meal, we're giving them one chocolate as a reinforcement that if you eat this proper meal, if you eat this nourishing meal, I will take you out for a walk or I will give you chocolate, so that you actually have something to look forward to when you're engaging in that behavior. But whereas if the child is actually abusing, they are misbehaving, they're not talking properly, and that's when you're punishing the child by like taking their benefits of watching TV or not. I don't believe in violence, so I am not saying hitting the child is a good thing. So you can do multiple things other than hitting the child. So you can basically approach the child by saying that today you will not get your movie tickets, you will not get your TV time, you will not get your friends time, we will not be talking to you. All of this actually acts as a punishment and the child can learn how to behave properly. Then we have factors that influence attitude formation. Attitude form करना है भैया, करना है, ठीक है, बट कैसे करें? अगर ये फैक्टर्स हमें अच्छे से पता हो तभी हम कर सकते हैं. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, फैमिली एंड स्कूल एनवायरनमेंट. व्हाई डू वी से दैट द स्कूल शुड बी नाइस फॉर द लिटिल नाइव किड्स? नाइव मतलब भोले बच्चे. You should have a school environment which is very positive, which is very giving, which is very understanding, empathetic, and it actually helps the attitude formation in children as well as in adolescents also. Like you will see ये तो इस स्कूल के बच्चे हैं तो ऐसे ही होंगे. Like we have not passed our adolescence like way before, it's just few 5-6 years back. So in that age you have what do we call it, differentiated your school kids from other school kids by ये तो ऐसे ही बच्चे हैं. Why? Because their environment was such that all the beliefs of those adolescents was similar to other adolescents of the same school, and here your belief was equally same with the other adolescents in your school. So school environment, then your family. I have already given you an example. The way you behave in your family, your child is learning. Okay, children are learning from the family the most. Whenever you will see oldies, दादू जी and दादी जी saying that अरे ये बच्चा बदतमीज है, इसके घर वाले ही ऐसे होंगे. This is quite offensive, but it's like true in some sense, because family does play a role the way the child is behaving. So they are like, the child is actually behaving in the way they have seen others behaving in their own family. They were not learning everything in their mother's womb. Okay, then we have reference group. So reference group अलग चीज है from the friends group. Reference group is the group that I want to be a part of. हमेशा एक clique group होता है स्कूल में, which is of like either like very beautiful people or like very intelligent people or like teachers' favorite people or something. And if you want to go on the other side, like some drug addicts, some gamblers, some what do we call it, fighters and some nuisance creators. So जिधर भी आपको जाना है, you see, you look upon to that group. You see, अच्छा ये group ये पूरा टाइम पढ़ते हैं, ओ ये हमारे क्लास में हमेशा फर्स्ट आते हैं, ओ ये हमारी प्रिंसिपल के फेवरेट हैं, ओ इनके पेरेंट्स इनके लिए ये करते हैं क्योंकि ये फर्स्ट आते हैं. So all of this actually helps you in attitude formation because you want to be with them. So you will form your attitude in the similar manner these people have. Then we have personal experiences. So personal experiences have a very crucial role in forming attitudes. Like we say हाँ हाँ हम सिखा देंगे, but what about the child is if the child is suffering from some abuse? What about if the child does not have parents? What about the child is orphan? What about if the child is adopted in an abusive household? What about you are in a school where you get bullied? What about all these things? So personal experiences do play a very major role in the way the child will actually behave. Then we have media related influences. In our times it was way lesser than what it is now. You will see new baby, very new baby, I'm like neonatals, like not even 1 year old babies know how to use the phone, where they should not be exposed to phone light, because they like before 6 months children can't even see colors, their vision is black and white, they're learning, their neurons are developing. You're actually degrading their eye quality by the exposing them to mobile phones and laptops, and like what do we call that, PC, some games and all of that, like PUBGs and all. I know multiple of kids of like of your age will get offended, but it is your media related influences actually affected in your attitude, because sitting into on your laptop for 6 hours without doing anything, like without being productive and getting addicted to this particular thing, like on a daily basis you're engaging it in 6 hours, then 7, then 8, then 9, and then 10, and then all your day, and you're not doing anything in your life, is actually forming your attitude towards that particular game to be very positive. But other than that, your life is actually getting degraded, my friend. हाँ, सो नाउ वी कम टू प्रोसेस ऑफ एटीट्यूड चेंज. हमने देख लिया एटीट्यूड फॉर्म कैसे करना है. अब किसी का एटीट्यूड बन गया है कि जी भाई दहेज तो चाहिए, दहेज तो बहुत अच्छी चीज है, ओ लड़की तो ऐसी ही होनी चाहिए, ओ लड़का तो कमाना ही चाहिए, अरे अमीर ही घर का होना चाहिए. All these attitudes are actually not correct and they needs to be corrected. How are we going to correct them? So there are certain theories given by certain theorists. So now we are going to discuss all of these. First of all, we have balance theory by Fritz Heather. So इन्होंने ये जो POX मॉडल दिया है, एक ऑब्जेक्ट है और दो लोग हैं, PNO लोग है, X एक ऑब्जेक्ट है, एटीट्यूड ऑब्जेक्ट. सो ही सिंपली सेड दैट मेक अ ट्राइंगल. इफ द ट्राइंगल हैज ऑल पॉजिटिव देयर इज अ बैलेंस, इफ द ट्राइंगल हैज ऑल नेगेटिव देयर इज imbalance. But if like they have given an example that P has a positive side towards the counseling in times of psychological distress. ठीक है, so let's say P ऐसे क्या P, so we make a name. So let's take Rita and Mita and counseling. So Rita thinks that if you have psychological distress, go for counseling, and then you have Mita saying that no need for counseling. So these two are two good friends, but they do not share the same sort of attitude towards the attitude object, so there is imbalance. You need to create balance in this. ठीक है. And then we come to cognitive dissonance theory by Leon Festinger. This is also some good theory, and if I'll explain it, I will explain it very nicely. You will relate to it. See, आपको पान मसाला नहीं पसंद, you don't like पान मसाला, और leave it, पान मसाला किसी नहीं पसंद. Let's take alcohol. Okay, so in your age, like I think I am teaching the age group of 16, 17 to 30. So in your age, you're actually developing, and you think that having alcohol or any sort of drink is incorrect because it ruins our health, your mental health, your physical health, also your family status, and your belief and your values are such that you don't believe in it to like take alcohol and all. So now, good to go. First of all, we have a cognitive setup to not have alcohol. Then you have some very good friend of yours, like your jigri, your best friend, your, let's take best friends समझते हैं, let's take seniors. So now you have to have, like you want to gel up with your seniors, so now you have your seniors, and now your seniors are basically forcing you in a party to have alcohol. They actually do. So they will ask you, please have some, please a little bit. It will make you feel fun. It will just relax you. And they will even ask you if you have like, if you're committed or something, then why do you care of not taking an alcohol? Take a alcohol and have a chill pill. So these are certain stories I have came across in my life. So I can tell you, if you take that alcohol sip, you will not be able to sleep the whole night because of this cognitive dissonance, because your attitude was such that I will never have alcohol, I don't like alcohol, my parents dislike alcohol, I will never have it, it has very negative effects on our mental health and physical health. But you ultimately took it, my friend, and if you have taken it, now you have cognitive dissonance. So now there will be certain ways in which you will matlab balance it. Here they're not discussed, but let me give you an example. So now you need to either change your attitude, अरे alcohol अच्छा है, अब चलो ठीक है, अच्छी लगती है, या फिर behavior, I will never going to take alcohol again in my life, या फिर you will trivialize the situation कि यार कोई बात नहीं, छोटी सी बात है, थोड़ी सी तो ली थी, वो भी सीनियर ने बोला था इसलिए ले ली थी, कोई बात नहीं, नहीं बताएंगे पेरेंट्स को, ठीक है. दैट इज हाउ वो कॉग्निटिव कंसिस्टेंसी आएगी, तब ब्रेन को शांति मिलेगी, अदरवाइज योर ब्रेन विल बी इन टोटल मेस. Believe me, please. Okay. So now this mental discomfort is known as cognitive dissonance, and I love his theory. Okay, then we have two-step theory by S.M. Mosen. So in this two-step theory, he said that attitude change take place in two steps. First of all, the target of change needs to identify with the source of targets. Like, why do you have Pan Masala ka ad by Ajay Devgan, Shah Rukh Khan, and Akshay Kumar, and all these very top-class actors? Because you identify with them, you like them. So if why these advertising companies are actually hiring your biggest celebrities to actually market their commodity, because you have a positive connect or a positive consistency with those sources. You really like the actor, you really like the actress, so you think acha ye bhi. You will never imagine that the Colgate products or the oils, hair oils majorly, so these actresses are acting or the marketing this price, but they're not applying on their own hair, ठीक है. But because we identify with the source, we try to change our attitude कि नहीं नहीं ये तो जी करीना जी लगाते हैं, हम भी लगाएंगे, ठीक है. Then we come to the source shows the change in their behavior. So now the advertising community is such a chalak community. They will show you, oh, they're putting the hair oil on their hand, they're massaging it on their hair. What if they're just massaging on the wig that has been placed on their head? But you will see, नहीं उन्होंने लगाया था, नहीं जी उन्होंने लगाया था, because we are very naive, हम बहुत gullible भोले भोले लोग, we fall in the trap. So that is how you change your attitude, thinking हाँ ये कर रहे हैं ना, we will also do it. So that is about two factor theory, two step model. Then we have factors that influence the attitude change. अब attitude change करने के factors क्या क्या है? सबसे पहले हमारे ये characteristics होनी चाहिए existing attitude की, क्या है, क्या वो valence वाली बात आ गई यहाँ पे कि valence है कि हमारा attitude extreme कितना है, कि हमारा attitude simplified कितना है, कितना central है. तो all of these कि हमारा attitude है कैसा towards it. Alcohol के towards my attitude is very negative, my extremeness is towards like very extreme, and my centrality is also very central, that I will never have alcohol, I don't like smoking and drinking. And then it is a very complex, because I have multiple reasons to give you why one should not have alcohol and what do we call it, smoking and all these drug related products. So you will see the characteristic features of your existing attitude, then your source characteristics. So source, why Ajay Devgan, Akshay Kumar and Shah Rukh Khan and nobody else? Because they're very credible people, they're very what do we call it, charismatic people, they're very leader like people, they're very attractive people for the population, general population, जो जाके अब वो पान मसाला खरीदेगी और बोलेगी देखो जी जुबा केसरी, because this is by Ajay Devgan. Okay, so they had a very very attractive personality. First of all, they have a very attractive personality, and then they market that product. Then we have message characteristics. So message की जो information है, क्या वो sufficient है कि नहीं? You have to look for it कि do they give you in the pan masala ad only, go check it out, they will show kesar, they will show leaves, they will show very beautiful pyari blue sceneries, and they will show you everything positive in the advertisement. But on repetition of that advertisement you will find कि अरे ये तो ठीक है यार, सुंदर सुंदर सब दिख रहा है, it's nice, they are also taking it, why should I not take it? So मैसेज ने आपको सारी चीजें वो बता दी है आपको कि भैया केसर है, पत्ती है, जल है, हवा है, पानी है. They're not actually telling you the real truth about pan masala I'm saying. But if you have like emotional appeal, let's take an example of a pressure cooker. Okay, so if you want to sell a pressure cooker, just think that in a pressure cooker if you show कि भैया हमारा pressure cooker जो है वो आपकी सब्जियां बिल्कुल अच्छे से एकदम पका देता है, but on the other side you will show that others pressure cooker are actually bursting, they're killing the wives, they're killing the homemakers, and my pressure cooker is very precious, they're not killing anybody, they have a very tight ring on their head and everything. So now you're actually going to the emotional appeal to sell your product. People generally fall in this emotional trap कि भैया ये तो बहुत जरूरी है, my person will be killed if I don't buy this particular pressure cooker. Then we have target characteristics. People like me don't easily get affected by anybody else coming and wanting my attitude to be changed about a particular object, but people who are very naive, people who are very like persuadability we say persuadability को हिंदी में we say वश में कर लेने की, not just वश, basically समझा के एकदम बुझा के एकदम अपने तरीके से किसी को समझा लेने की मतलब जो क्षमता होती है, that is तो क्षमता of the source, but वो समझ जाने वाले लोग जो बहुत ही ज्यादा ट्रैप में फंस जाते हैं और ज्यादा सेल्फ एस्टीम इनकी नहीं होती है, तो ये टारगेट बहुत ही आराम से फंस जाएंगे इस मैसेज में and they will buy whatever you are selling, as compared to the people who are very open minded but they're very fixed with their attitudes, they are very intelligent and they're not so much persuadable. Then we have attitude, behavior, relationship. See, we think that जैसा हमारा attitude है हम वैसा ही behave करेंगे, but have you ever encountered people abusing in front of you and you going into the fight and saying अरे अरे please don't abuse, I don't like people who abuse? Have you ever got into it without anybody asking you to get into it and just having fun, for having fun you got into the fight and you said that abusing is wrong, drinking alcohol is wrong, these are your attitudes, but you just behave in a manner like you just ignore it and you just chuck it, let's move on. But attitude and behavior in our head are like नहीं मैं तो ऐसे ही सोचती हूँ, I will do it this way, but what about the real situation? Sometimes we don't behave the way our attitude actually is. So if the attitude occupies a very central place, but अगर कोई मेरे जैसा इंसान है and they have seen somebody actually abusing or somebody actually hitting somebody or doing some domestic violence, I speak out. I am very central to that I do not entertain any sort of violence and abuse in front of me. So I am very that sort of a person, like my attitude towards this thing is very central. Whereas in the happy mode, if you're having chilling, if you're having like 2 peg or anything for your own relaxation or something, I don't care. But on the other side, my attitude towards violence is very central, towards abuse is very central, towards anything related to damage to other human is very central. So I will say, but the person should think that they're not evaluated by others in this situation. So if the person is very less intelligent and they're very low on self-esteem, they'll think अरे यार सब लोग क्या सोचेंगे, let me be quiet, होने दो जो हो रहा है. But people who are very rigid, fixed and very central with their attitude, they will speak out and they will not care about other people, what other people think and everything. Absence of the kind of external pressure to behave in a specific way. Ab now you have all your fufajis and all your mosajis and all your relatives and all your extended family around you, and they're smoking and drinking and abusing, sitting on the table of the alcohol in the party. You are instructed by your dad to not behave in a way you behave in the house, by saying that this is wrong, you cannot do it, and this is right, you can do it. So because you have an external pressure, you will not behave in accordance to your attitude. But if you do not have that external pressure, you might go ahead and behave in that pattern. Then when a person is aware of his or her attitude, so you never know sometimes that what your attitude is towards a particular thing, and you behave in a way whatever you think like अच्छा ठीक है सब कर रहे हैं मैं भी कर लेती हूँ या कर लेता हूँ. But if I know that my attitude towards violence, abuse and damage to anybody other than me or even me myself is not something that I will entertain or is not something that is bearable to me, then I will behave in accordance to my attitude. But what about the person who are not even aware? जैसे कि एनिमल मूवी के रियल एनिमल सॉर्ट ऑफ क्रिएचर्स, जो क्रीचर्स थे, दे वर बिहेविंग इन अ वे दैट वायलेंस इज वेरी इजी टू बी डन इन लव, इट इज समथिंग दैट इज मैंडेटरी टू बी लर्न इन done in love, and all that nonsense movie and nonsense thing that they were showing. So in that sense, they are not aware if they do have such an attitude or they are behaving in accordance to their attitude. But you know that you should behave in that way if you have that attitude very clear in your head. Then we have when an individual is basically would believe that a particular individual would have a positive impact. See, if I know that if I save somebody from being beaten up by their husbands or their elders or their in-laws or their sometimes their own kids, smart kids, then I know that there will be a positive impact on the well-being of the other individual because they will be saved. But what if I know that the person will be beaten up again by their husband after I leave? In such situations, you sometimes need to think about it. Then we come to prejudice and discrimination. हमने एटीट्यूड के कंपोनेंट्स देखे थे, अफेक्टिव, बिहेवियरल एंड कॉग्निटिव. सो डिस्क्रिमिनेशन इज द बिहेवियरल कंपोनेंट ऑफ योर एटीट्यूड व्हेन यू आर एक्चुअली डिस्क्रिमिनेटिंग अगेंस्ट अदर इंडिविजुअल. प्रेजुडिस इज बेसिकली योर फीलिंग कंपोनेंट, एंड देन बिलीफ इज एक्चुअली योर बिलीफ वाला कंपोनेंट, थॉट कंपोनेंट. सो हमारे प्रेजुडिस आते कहाँ से कि भाई लड़के को तो कमाने ही जाना चाहिए, अरे लड़की तो घर में काम करती हुई ही अच्छी लगती है. Let me repeat in English. Boys should earn for the boys should be primarily a breadwinners, and females of the family should primarily be homemakers. Where are we learning all these from? First of all, learning through reward and punishment. Boys entering the kitchen, the grandmothers and grandfathers are like, "Hey, लड़के अंदर नहीं जाते, come out." Boys crying about a situation, "Hey, लड़के नहीं रोते, come out from this particular situation," like that. If you're behaving in this manner, do you really think that the child is getting affected? Do you really think? Yes, they are getting affected. Why do you see people like generally not complaining, men not crying, men not explicitly expressing their sadness? Because they have learned it in their family setup. Then a strong social identity and an in-group bias. Now let us come to the riots and dangas and fasad that is there in India because of these social group identities that we have, that हम तो सब अच्छे हैं and वो सारे खराब है, us and them. When we create that us and them and बीच में एक line, that is when we are actually having that sort of a prejudice that ये तो सारे गंदे होते हैं, ये तो सारे पढ़ते ही है, ये तो सारे गंदगी में रहते हैं, ये तो सारे ही बहुत बेकार है, and हम तो सभी बहुत अच्छे हैं. So living in that particular setup, your own identity setup, you feel very nice, but go thinking about other people, you feel like छी ये तो अच्छे नहीं है, and that gives you ego boost. Okay, then we come to scapegoating. कभी सुना है, अरे हम तो क्या करें जी, हमारा बच्चा तो ना नहीं ला पाता मार्क्स क्योंकि सारी ही सीट्स तो कैटेगरी ले जाती है. So when you basically put your blame on the minority because you know that minority group is weak and small in number, then you have kernel of truth. Because being suppressed again and again and again, the minority start feeling कि हाँ शायद इसी बात में कोई truth होगा, and they start behaving in that manner. That is self-fulfilling prophecy. Then we have kernel of truth, which is a small component of truth in a particular group, can be overemphasized and leading to prejudice towards a group. So kernel of truth is different. Self-fulfilling prejudice I have explained. Kernel of truth is basically अगर सब कह रहे हैं कि हाँ ये लोग ऐसे हैं तो होता ही होगा कुछ तो ऐसा, हाँ ऐसे ही होंगे, शायद सही कहते हैं सब लोग, तो कुछ कर्नल ऑफ ट्रूथ है इस बात में. बट सेल्फ फुलफिलिंग प्रोफेसी क्या होती है, अरे ये तो गंदे ही हैं, नहीं पढ़ेंगे. They start behaving in that manner, they start living in that way, they start thinking that हाँ हमें तो नीचे ही बैठना चाहिए, we should be sitting नीचे all the time, all our life because we are गंदा. So that is how they develop their thinking patterns. Then we have certain strategies to how to handle these prejudice. First of all, minimize the opportunities. If you know that your parents have some prejudice, if your grandparents have some prejudice, and if you have younger siblings, you're literate enough, you have younger kids, you have little children in the house, you should minimize that opportunity. Whenever these elder people are actually talking and like behaving in that manner, like speaking nonsense about everybody else except themselves, just take that younger group, the group that is actually forming attitude right now, away from that setup. Just minimize that opportunity for them to learn. Change such attitudes. If somebody have formed, just make them sit with you, make them understand कि बेटे आप जो सोच रहे हैं शायद उसका दूसरा पहलू भी है, let me show it to you. कि if the woman is working out of the house all day, she needs somebody to help her in the house if she is also coming after doing that much work which you are doing. Let me show you. So show them some documentaries, some movies. Actually multiple things are there in the market, rather than showing them their own house where their mother is actually going to the office also, coming back, cooking also, and all of that. De-emphasizing the narrow social identity of the group. So now you have the social identity. हम तो बहुत अच्छे हैं क्योंकि हम एक पर्टिकुलर कम्युनिटी के लोग हैं. वो कम्युनिटी की आइडेंटिटी को थोड़ा कम करो, so that वो बच्चा ये समझ सके कि मेरी लाइफ इस कम्युनिटी से ऊपर भी कुछ है. Then education. Educate them about other people, about their opportunities, about their stereotypes and prejudices, and make them understand कि जो stereotype है, ये cognitive pattern है, ये खराब है. इसी की वजह से तुम्हारी feelings जो कि prejudice है वो खराब हो रहा है इस ग्रुप के लिए, और इसीलिए तुम discriminate करते हो कि मैं इसके साथ लंच नहीं करूंगी और उसके साथ लंच नहीं करूंगा, इसके साथ फ्रेंडशिप नहीं करूंगा. ये सब आप तभी कर रहे हो. सो उनको एजुकेट करो इस चीज के बारे में. देन उनके इंटर ग्रुप को कम्युनिकेशन में ज्यादा मतलब इम्प्रूव कराओ या इंक्रीज कराओ कि आपस में इफ यू सी लाइक two different religion not talking to one another, make them sit together, make a part, like make a group sort of a setup and help them on a particular, like they give them a task that has to be completed by their both of their efforts. They cannot do it alone, so they need to talk about it. They need to sit with each other. When they'll talk and they'll sit, they will realize that the person is not wrong. Maybe my thought about this community was totally solely based on what my parents taught me. Then highlighting the individual identity rather than a group identity. See, we should understand the ultimate truth is loneliness and impermanence. Impermanence, हम कभी भी आजीवन जिंदा नहीं है. Loneliness, ultimately you have to live your life with your own self. So you should value your own self than valuing the whole community of yours. ठीक है. Then we come to social cognition, which we will discuss in the next lecture. Till then, have a good day, have a nice day, have a happy day. Bye bye.